You know, it is true what they say, that people are so anxious about public speaking that they would rather die than stand up there in front of a whole bunch of people.
85% of Americans report feeling anxious when speaking in front of others, and I think the other 15% are lying, quite frankly. A lot is at risk when you speak, your reputation, your status, your goals, and I think people really feel the intense scrutiny of being under that pressure. The responses our body has to anxiety of speaking are the same responses we have to any type of threat. If somebody jumped out of the bushes with a knife threatening our lives, the same things would happen. Our blood pressure would go up, our heart rate would go up, we would start to sweat, we'd feel butterflies in our stomach. So speaking for many people is that kind of threat.
So the first thing is to accept that this shaking like a leaf is just normal human behavior.
Say, hey, I'm nervous, that makes sense, rather than what many people do when they start to feel nervous is they get anxious about their anxiety, and that just spins them up and it makes it worse.
Pat yourself on the back and say, I'm just normal.
Deep breathing can be amazingly helpful because it slows down those autonomic nervous responses. So by taking deep breaths, you can reduce your blood pressure, your heart rate. It can actually slow down the adrenaline pumping so the shaking can stop. Another thing that's important is to actually just visualize, where you don't actually say the words out loud, but you imagine yourself presenting in the room.
Figure skaters don't learn to do double or triple Lutz jumps just by skating around putting their pick in the ice. They visualize. And when you have successfully visualized that a number of times, then you are coached to go do it.
And that's a great anxiety management technique because it desensitizes you.
When we continually can see it in our third eye, our nervous system begins to respond as if in fact we are doing it. And the next thing is understand who your audience is and that it is not about you, it's about the audience. Because when you can get out of you and into your audience, there's no worry anymore about how do I look. It's not about you, it's about them. So those are the main ingredients. Remember that being nervous is normal. Take a big old deep breath, visualize, and know it's always about the audience. When students are able to master these tips, the nerves are gone, the anxiety is gone, and your audience is in for a wonderful presentation.